All right. All right. We'll see. Where do you want to go? Okay, take care. Yeah.
Hey, what's happening, everybody? Paulie here with Chris Gore.
How's it going? Cool.
Yeah. Okay. So, initial thoughts.
My initial thought was, and I'm surprised, I was bored. I was bored. And the other thing is that, and I hope this isn't a spoiler, Dumbledore's not even in it.
No Dumbledore. I'm kind of upset Dumbledore wasn't in it.
Kidding.
We are kidding.
Kidding. No, but yeah, I don't think anything was a surprise other than like that I was bored. And there's maybe couple fight scenes, like one fight scene in the first.
Chris Gore. Chris Board.
Hey, yeah, exactly.
Chris Board.
I was.
Yeah.
But I'm like, this is not surprising. It's worse than I thought it would be. And worse from the standpoint of, I thought the dialogue was pretty awful. We still, have no idea, we're introduced to all these different groups of people, and they all have it just felt very much like a TV show, and it felt like the stakes were not laid out, and I felt the world building was weak. So I should be able to understand, because just to go back, right? Like the original Lord of the Rings, I understood everything. Once they laid it out, the world building, you get to know the hobbits, you get to know all the characters, right? It's easy for someone to understand and be drawn into the world. I don't know what this world is, and it just felt. I felt kind of bored. I felt like, I didn't understand what the main motivations of some of the characters were. Maybe, and I'm fine to be patient with that. I'll be patient, but yeah, I don't know. We both kind of looked at each other during it. And it was just like, what?
Yeah,
it just felt very much like everything was being dragged out in terms of what they're trying to say. Paulie, what are your thoughts?
Yeah. I mean, really, just your thoughts. I mean, your sentiments, because that first episode was completely boring, man. It was just
slow.
I mean, it looked, some stuff looked pretty okay, but I didn't care about any of the characters. I really didn't. I didn't care about anyone until the second episode,
right?
With Elrond and Doran.
Right. When they were the
actually the Elrond, the actor doing Elrond, he actually was a lot better than I thought he would be.
I would say most of the actors were decent to okay. I would say the worst one is the woman who plays Galadriel is not very good.
Guys.
Yeah. She's
just, that's gonna be a big problem because she's like the main.
Yeah, she kind of has no charm, and I felt like what was missing was chemistry. Right, one of the cool things about the original Lord of the Rings was that the characters had chemistry. There were funny moments, and I feel like a lot of that stuff in this, at least what they tried to do, was so forced. It just felt very forced, forced chemistry, whatever. It just didn't. I don't know. It's like this.
It's almost as if it's just a completely new world. It's not even Tolkien, guys.
It doesn't feel like
it's
that
not
at
even
all.
Tolkien.
It doesn't feel like that.
You kind of know what's going on, but no one's acting like how they're supposed to act. Nothing really makes sense. I don't know, man.
The other thing is here's what I'll say is I think Peter Jackson makes it look easy. I think he makes it look really easy. The world building, everything. Just think of one of the first big scenes, at least in the original Fellowship Lord of the Rings, is Gandalf and Frodo interacting, right?
Yeah.
And when they interact, it's
all charm.
It's like Gandalf, it's just you learn it. You kind of learn he's you see him going through the village, and you see people's reactions to Gandalf, and then he has this moment, and there are also unspoken moments.
Sorry about that. Sorry. We're in the way. our bad. Yeah. Have a good evening, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay, we gotta go to the ranch.
We're in the way.
Yeah.
We're in the way.
No, we're in the way.
But Yeah, I don't know. I'll have a lot more to say, I think.
Okay,
I
so
don't want to think about it.
here's the story. Here's the story. We're all gonna go to our separate dwellings, and then
Hop on a
film,
live stream.
hop on Film Thread. You know, this is like right. We
Are you
just
going
gotta.
to join us?
Yeah, I plan
Awesome,
to.
dude. I'll send you the link.
Yeah. You know, this is just initial
Out of the theater.
out of theater. At our time, we started seeing it at 7 p.m. You know, so it's only only 9:15 p.m. over here, and Diego Flores, who's a buddy of ours, how was the pacing too fast?
No.
No, it's just when you don't when you don't. The thing is that none of the characters hooked you, so the pacing was just like plotting, man. It was just like okay, yeah,
And,
yeah.
and a lot of everything dragged.
Everything dragged.
It felt like it dragged. It just didn't feel like, which I feel like in a movie, you know, you want to be economical with your time. And it also, the fact that like House of the Dragon has come out like around the same time.
Yes.
And that just hooked you immediately. You got the world.
Yeah.
There's a little sort of preamble in the first
Yeah.
episode, and then you get it. The chess pieces are on the table. You know where things are going. And
they had a lot of ground to cover too in that first episode,
true.
and they did it by almost walking the city of episode 1. If you remember that, there was nothing clever about the storytelling, right? Like this is how we're gonna show you. You know, maybe they try to do it with the map, and now we're gonna go to the South Ends, and now it's like
this. Oh yeah, that's
lame.
Right. They use this device of like going the map and this and whatever. It's just after a while, it's just like all right, you know, it was. They're trying to do too much. Anyways,
okay.
I'm gonna head out.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna meet up separate. Maybe.
Yeah.
You can because I have a longer drive.
Yeah.
He's
gonna take off now. Chris, thanks a lot for coming on Slant.
Thank you. Awesome. And look for Paulie on Film Threat in about 30-40 minutes.
Diego, can you grab that?
Cool.
All right, brother.
Take care.
Good
all right, dude. Awesome. Thank you so much.
All right.
Take care, everybody. Hail to the chat.
Okay.
See you soon. Later. Cool. Thanks, Paulie.
All right, Diego, if you can grab a Film Threads thread, that'd be great. Nerd. Oh, hey, Elaine from Nerd Cookies just showed up. You know Nerd Cookies? Yeah, man. Chris Gore just said hi, Elaine. I hope you're doing well. Man, Elaine. I gotta get you on the show. We gotta talk. Okay, Diego, that's all I need to know. If someone can grab the Film Thread link for tonight, I'm gonna be on with them. This is just right out of our theater at Cinemark. And again, you've seen me come here to see a lot of films and do some reviews. I think the worst thing that you could say about anything that you see is that you just didn't care. At the end of the show, at the end of 2 shows, I didn't care. You know, and I wanted to. You guys know me. I tend to be positive, and you know, I was riding high in a really good mood. We had Edward James Olmos on our earlier stream today, so you know I was in a good mood. It's not a matter of that. Okay, we'll talk some more. We'll talk a little more extensively of what I liked, hopefully on Film Threads. But I did want to say hello to Gonzalo, allegedly, Das Wolfen, Vertical Horizons, Deleted Scenes, of course, Elaine, Howdy, Zachariah, Sean. Did the link make it through? The link. Was there any stakes spelled out? The stakes spelled out. Kind of. The stakes spelled out should have been more grave and clear at the end of the first pilot, at the end of episode 1, and it just wasn't there. It was more like, you know, this is a spoiler, guys, more of Galadriel, you know, defying her king and defying, you know, going to, you know, where she's supposed to go. So it was like, my biggest thing so far with the 2 episodes of Galadriel is that she's not Galadriel. She's not. She is a She is a woman that's just playing that one note of revenge. And I don't, help me out here. Is that an Elvish thing? I'm kind of like, that doesn't seem like it is. Geek Tropology, Guy Ladro. You know, you know what? There's a moment in episode 2, Pablo, and it's good to see Pablo. That that could have been a little special, but they just went over. There's a lot. There also just might be at the onset just too many characters going on. How was it, Paulie? Worth watching or now? No, it was not. I don't know what that means. Uh, will I need to double dose or triple dose my antidepressants? Wait, my God, let me tell you, Kitty Bear. Uh, if anything, She-Hulk. I don't know this. I don't know, man. Thank you, good. Thank you. Deleted. There's the link. We're gonna be on in about a half hour. No. And what's up, Andy? No, no. I think if anyone who's half a Tolkien fan or a fan of Jackson's Lord of the Rings films, it's not good. It's it's also just bad storytelling. Uh, it's weird too because it is going to be so many episodes. You're just you're trying to hook into how this is all going to spell out. Uh, took the bullet. Okay, let me see. What else have we got? And it's got 41 people here, and I'm outside of our Cinemark Theater in South LA. Chris just left us. He's got to drive a little bit further away. But we really appreciate him coming by. I do want to hit a couple of these. It'll take me a minute to get home, a minute to set up. I will be on, on Film Threat in a little while. Hit the like. Thank you. That is, I almost feel like asking people what they thought, but I don't want to bother people. The audience reaction, you felt like they wanted to like it, and they give it laughs and chuckles here and there, but no, like just amazing applause, moments at all. At the end, I think if anything, they're more like at the end of episode 1, like, oh my God, yes. So yeah, Mirsphere's origins. Hello, hail to the sexiest Latino on the show. Sorry, I don't. Yeah, well, I think it's good for to listen. Get the invite. I've already been a pay member, and here's another thing, like they all, you're seeing this for free because of being a paid member, but they also give you like $10 each to buy like popcorn and stuff. So they're really trying to milk it here. I'm trying to milk it here. The audience, I want to say, is like half full, and wasn't too. In the second episode, there was a little more laughs. I will say there's a couple more endearing things in the second episode, but I would say that's 20, maybe 10 to 15% of the whole was just completely forgettable. I would say the Elrond Durin friendship is the only thing I really liked. The only thing I really liked. I actually really liked the Elrond actor in the second episode, and Dorn was fantastic. And Disa, so far she just plays the lovable wife, and she's kind of cute, and and she like that's not even forget like you just almost wish these actors wouldn't talk because you actually can enjoy the performances. But I had no problem. She's in it for a second, so I imagine she'll be in it more. But Doran's a big role, guys. I would actually say Doran, that actor, is my favorite. of the 2 episodes. Of all the storylines, of all the characters, no one else I care about. No one else I care about. And it's just kind of like almost too much mystery. And it's just, yeah, man. Okay, let's see who's here. Das Wolfen, Mark Lurseth. Hey, Mark. Rob Altus. How was Feminine and Hobo Baggins? Feminine. Not in it yet. Not in the first 2 episodes. Hobo Baggins. They're pretty lame, dude. Love getting your thoughts on it. Thanks for sharing. Hey, Nerd Cookies. Thank you. I cannot wait to hear a real expert. I'm a fan. I'm a fan. But Nerd Cookies is where it's at for Dune, for Tolkien. She's amazing. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to her. And I'm just honored that you are hanging out here in the chat, Elaine. And it's been too long. Okay, that 70s rock fan is here. What's going on? Peter Venkman fan site. Give me all the money you want, but if the product sucks, I'm still gonna say it sucks. Man, I don't know what money you're talking about, right? Right. Maybe give me all like the free movies, but boring.
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings.
Jurassic Park.
Oh, Jurassic Park. That was boring too, man. I kind of liked it, but you got some guys that just came out of Jurassic Park. They're like, that's boring. Boy, man, if you think that's boring, that Lord of the Rings, I don't know if you're gonna like that one. Have you heard about it?
Huh?
The new Lord of the Rings TV show?
We haven't
You haven't heard about it? No. They haven't even heard about it. Interesting. Wow. Dylan C. Paulie, do you think this show is doomed, or there might be some kind of silver lining? Okay. Here's what I really think, and I'm going to say it again in Film Threat. Okay? This show, I truly believe, especially after having a real conversation today with Edward James Olmos, and check out that stream, guys. Check out that stream. He reminded me, and we all get reminded of what real filmmaking is all about. What real humanity and warmth and humility is all about. This generation deserves this product, and that's not a good thing. This is going to be a watershed moment in entertainment. This is going to be, I feel, and I had a feeling before, and I told Chris, I think this is going to be a watershed moment where it just all falls apart, and not in a good way for entertainment. I mean, this is Amazon that we were talking about. So that's my feeling, Dylan. And I'm not. You guys know. You guys know me. I'm very positive. I like to go see stuff. I like. I really enjoyed House of Dragons episode 1. I really enjoyed Prey. This was awful. This is awful. Was the show woke? There's some very I would say the Galadriel is it's the bottom base, my friend. There's no way around it. It just is. It just is, because she plays one note for 2 episodes, and she listens to no one. She knows everything. She puts her fellow, she's a commander. She puts her fellow soldiers, they die under her, all because she's trying to find some elusive, and because it's, spoiler, it's Sauron. I don't even know how that is. I don't, we'll find out more. We're going to talk more in Film Threat. Again, get me that. Is it pretentious? It's a great question. And I like Darth. Yeah. That's a great word. It's very forced. It's pretentious. It's it's badly written. You know, there's some endearing moments. I think that's more because of the actors. You know, there's actually some good actors in this, some good moments, but as a whole, yeah, it's very pretentious. Gary was right all along. Yeah, on this, he's always been right. Absolutely. He's been saying this for years, and it's really heartbreaking. It's really heartbreaking. Give me Blanchett or get, you know, and this is the impossible thing for me is not to compare her while I was watching it. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah. The Rangs of Boredom. Footsteps of Doom. Thank you all for being here. Latino Stan, he is. Saying that production budget went. Gotcha. Yeah, I got you. Okay. Jurassic Rings. Okay, guys. So that's look at everyone's pretty much headed out. That's really it for now. I'm gonna head on home. We're going to get on Film Threads, gather some thoughts a little bit more, and it's been a fantastic day here on the Slant. Hit the like. The Edward James Almost live stream. We had a first where we hit over 100 likes during the live stream, which never happens on our little channel. So thank each and every one of you guys. Thank you so much. Diego, did I miss any membership things or anything like that? Just let me know. Thanks for the hey. I said I was gonna be honest, man. I said I was gonna be honest. You know, I'm not the type that you guys know. It takes a lot for me just to like tear into something, and maybe I'll tear into it on Film Thread. But I think you can tell where I'm coming from with this. Yeah, I think that's it. Well, head on over to Film Thread. We're gonna be on Film Thread. Okay. Oh no. Paulie is now going to do some drifting in the mean streets of South Africa. Well, you just gotta know how to handle yourself, man. You know, that's all it is. You know, so you know, it, it these theaters actually used to be in the '90s. Magic Johnson opened them up. You know, but our house is, I would say, not even 10 minutes north. So I love it here. I come here all the time. I save a lot of money seeing movies. Okay. Is the CGI better than Game of Thrones? It's all right. There really wasn't a lot of it. That's a weird thing too. In the first time, yeah, I just saw the first 2 episodes. So yeah. Yo, you already asked me. I got nothing for you, man. That's why, yeah. So yeah, really, they tried to do in the beginning, like the way they started off with Galadriel, doing the voiceovers in Fellowship. You know how she like did an overview at the beginning. They tried to do that. That's where like they showed, you know, some quick drag and stuff like that. That was kind of cool. There was some pretty much. Then there was some bad. There actually was some lame CGI. So that I didn't appreciate too much. Paulie needs to do it. Oh my god, man, this guy keeps asking me for money, man. Have Rome, Paulie. Yeah, I'll be all right. I'll be all right. He's harmless, man. He's just trying to, you know, ask us some money. Okay, so anyone who's here who's not subscribed yet, make sure you are subscribed. Also, make sure to come on. We're gonna go on Film Threat in a little while. This has been what a fantastic 25 minutes. If you're just getting here, Chris Gore is in it for like the first 10, 15 minutes. Get our initial reactions. And I think I answered anyone's question. I yeah. Yes, I did say that because in the voiceover they talk about going to Middle Earth, a land of different, monsters and stuff like that. And then they showed like a sweeping image, and I could have sworn I saw a freaking dragon. Red shirt, good seeing you. Clobberin, good seeing you. Okay, wow, you guys are fantastic, man. Great stream. Um, I'm going to film threat, and then I'm dropping a breaking news in the morning from Eddie Olmos. He gave us some great news. All right, my friends. I will see you. You know what, Darth? I'm gonna head home. I know you have tons of questions. I will head home, and we'll get more into like some of the particulars. All right, my good friends. Thank you, Paulie. Can't wait to see the review. Okay, take care, everybody. Bye. Much love.